Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, we all knew this was going to happen as soon as the news broke in the UK that the Supreme Court had ruled that trans women are not legally women. The woke liberal meltdown from the people who just can't accept truth, reality, common sense, biological facts was going to happen. Oh boy, it is getting crazy. You know, some people still don't realize how big the woke movement is within the UK. I mean, we needed a court case to legally define what a woman is. Does a normal functioning society do that? Absolutely not. But because the woke nonsense has gotten so out of hand, it needed to happen. And well done to everybody who made it happen. It is a win for common sense. And as I mentioned just briefly a minute ago, the meltdown, it has begun. You're not going to believe this, and let's be honest, there is no better place to react to these people crying because they simply can't believe this is going on than this channel. So before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you could, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. And let's get into it. You know, I'm just going to say this, and you could say it about every single video you're going to see in this episode today, but just imagine setting up the camera and pressing record and then crying. Right, because this is what you've got to do. You've got to set up the camera. Is it in the right place? Okay, wait, hold on. Press record. Wait, is it on? Is it on? Yeah. Oh. And then as soon as and then when the video finishes, they probably go, wait, it's done? Okay, let's edit this, upload this, and nowhere throughout that whole process does it click within their minds that what they might be doing is totally embarrassing. The age of social media, you've got to love it.
Trans women are women, and that's just for fact. I stood here and I was contemplating whether I even wanted to speak on the topic because I know I have so many transphobic people that sadly follow me. And then I stood here and I decided, you know what, I am going to make it because I want to be on the right side of history. Today here in the UK, the Supreme Court decided that trans women do not fit into the category of women, which is goddamn stupid. It's just not categorically true.
It's going to be a long video today. Welcome to the UK. Again, man, just imagine setting up the camera and recording yourself in a public place, being so deeply upset over facts. Like, this is what is happening today in the UK and across the world. People get upset over facts. Well, I'm here to announce, and we've all heard it before, facts do not care about your feelings. And the quicker people move past that, maybe, you know, we can move past all of this nonsense.
This ruling is not about clarity, it's about control. It denies both science and society.
Oh, right.
And it
What
is
science are you on about?
Exclusion over empathy and understanding. And just a reminder, no one, especially not some old white man speaking a received pronunciation accent, has the right to tell you who you are or who you are not. This is shameful.
Shameful.
This shows how far we have fallen from having any sense of empathy or critical thinking skills.
So devastating.
And it is a disappointing day. I love you.
And I know she might find it disappointing, but I think other women out there who have common sense, like the ones watching this video, they're going to find it an amazing thing, an amazing ruling, because finally we can now say men are not women. I know, what a time, right? And not only that, we can now say men who identify as women do not get the same rights as women just because you identify as a woman.
You've probably heard about this Supreme Court's ruling on the definition of the word woman. This will have some real serious implications. It will have some consequences. But I want to tell you one thing. They can make their laws. They can specify their definitions. They can take away my rights, but there's one thing that they'll never be able to take from me, and that's who I am. I'm a trans woman, and I'm proud, and they'll never be able to take that from me.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble.
What is actually wrong with people? What is wrong with what is wrong?
What is wrong with this country?
Is going on? Like what harm are trans people actually causing you? Absolutely nothing. They're going about their life and trying to be happy and trying to deal with their own. There's bigger things going on in the world than, I just don't. Who is anyone to... Trans women are women.
It seems to me that we have a big issue in the UK because I don't know what science people are being taught, but that needs to be looked into. I don't know how people genuinely come to the conclusion that a man can become a woman. I don't understand that thought process. Maybe that's because we all have common sense.
I have a headache, and I think it's because I spent
Yeah, I've got a headache too.
transphobes on the internet, which is ill-advisable, but I'll probably do it again. And I came home and me and my wife just talked at each other of how angry and upset we are about the Supreme Court ruling. And people have said it way better than me, and I've shared lots of those videos. All I can say is, if you are trans, you are welcome and loved here. If you are trans, you are safe here. If you are a trans woman, you are a woman. And I'm sorry that our country has let you down.
You know, it's actually fascinating. I think woke liberal women actually do a lot of harm when it comes to women's rights. I mean, I think this video clearly proves that. You know, you have women here who will sit there and defend the idea, the notion that a man can become a woman, and then they deserve the same rights as women. And if you dare speak up against that, well, you're just a transphobe. And how are people not safe, by the way? These people are acting like something terrible is going to happen. Something mean has happened. Something hateful has happened. Is this how much biological facts scare people here? I think so.
It's utterly sick. The Supreme Court's decision today is utterly reprehensible.
Reprehensible.
They're legislating trans people out of existence.
What are you on about?
And the thing is, it's not going to improve anybody's life in any way. All it will do is further marginalise, further terrorise trans people. And it will not do anything positive at all for anybody. Men, women, cis, trans, it doesn't matter. Nothing positive can come of this at all.
No, nothing at all. Woke nonsense finally being moved away from women's rights is not positive whatsoever. Again, you know, they're acting like something terrible is going to happen and the world has stopped spinning. We just legally defined what a woman is, and this is how people are melting down. Oh boy. This morning, the UK Supreme Court decided that the definition of sex under the Equality Act 2010 refers solely to biological sex and does not include people with a gender recognition certificate. Yes, because facts matter more than a piece of paper, unfortunately. I had to tell my trans BF this news and he wept in my arms. Please check in with your trans friends, family, colleagues. Hold them tight. Remind them that they are loved. You know, it's just cringe at the end of the day. You know, this is what people are doing. And there's plenty more videos out there. Oh, trust me, if I put every single video in this episode, we'd be here until next week. People genuinely think pressing record on a camera and standing there is something so impactful, something so big. Oh my gosh, you're standing there in front of the camera, crying. You know, people of 50, 60 years ago, if you brought them into this age today and they saw all of this, they'd be like, where the F did it all go wrong? I wouldn't be able to answer them. You know, I'm thinking the same thing. But we're going to end the video there. I think I've taken enough of your time today. Make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Share this video. But until next time, it has been your host, JD. Have a great day. Stay safe. And I'm out. Peace.